What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all doing well. Not that late tonight, right? 9 minutes. That's an improvement. It's not bad. What is bad, though, is, I never actually tweeted yesterday. As you could see, No, what? You kidding me? I just went live. Hello?
Are you there?
Joel?
I think you're saying something, but I can't hear you. Hold on. I know I can't hear you. Wait.
Oh my god.
Plug in my head. Test.
Hello?
Hey! There he is, boys and girls.
Okay. Hello.
I've got a bunch of your adoring fans here that are wanting to know when you're going to go live.
Yeah, I'm live.
I mean, you're live now?
You called 4 seconds after I turned my stream on.
Did I really? Winning! No, I'm sorry. I actually meant to call you right before you went live.
Okay. That's good, I guess. I don't know. What? This is really... Why?
Because I'm curious. You were late. We were worried about you a little bit. We just wanted to make sure you were okay.
I'm not late. This is the time I'm always live.
It's after 11 o'clock, so you're late. I don't want to hear about that.
Okay, well, in my time, it's only 9 o'clock, so... I don't know what that has to do with anything, but it doesn't matter. It's...
That's why you failed the second grade twice.
Listen. I don't like playing with others, and it took me a few years to learn.
Your donkey demonetized my stream on Tuesday, just so you know.
Really?
Yeah, he did. I played Dominic the Donkey for like 3 seconds on my stream.
Oh, see, that's...
I got a copyright claim.
No, well, duh, man. I thought you meant me actually going, hee-haw, hee-haw, hee-haw.
Oh, screw it. You just did it again. Copyright claim. I thought that song was from like 1845. I didn't figure anybody would be like copyright claiming it.
Oh, no, it's an extremely popular Christmas song. I can't believe you thought for a second that they would let you get away with that.
So, anyway. Okay, well, I just wanted to make sure you were alive and well. I'm glad you're alive. Hope you have a fantastic stream. And, yeah, I'll let you get to it. Hey, when are we doing incursions?
All right, so I'll see you later, buddy. Take care.
Let's...
Don't line, everybody. All right. Anyway. What the heck, man? Wait, first, BG comes on live muted? Okay, I'm not muted today. Okay, well, that's good at least. That would have been even more confusing than Joel calling. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, I see there's some super chats, which give me a second because now Joel just set us back 3 minutes. What I was trying to say at the start of the stream is that I never even tweeted yesterday. This is a tweet from 2 days ago. Oh man, dearest. We're at Marvel Champions. I'm so sorry. I forgot to tweet at you yesterday. I'm sure you I missed you, and I'm sure you missed me, right? P.S. I'm now live. Okay. So sorry I forgot to tweet it yesterday. I missed you, and I'm sure you missed me, right? Right? Okay, tweet. Okay. It's not Carson's. Yeah, over one of them loonies. It's not Carson. Thank you very much. You got something coming to you. Slap. Darkstank Dungeon and Kai, both of you. Just by that much. So close. But thank you nonetheless for the bucks. It's not Carson saying, I don't know which iPhone you got, but the new ones come with USB-C to lightning cables. Yes. I do have a USB to lightning cable. I need another one though. I do have one. For one, I wanted a different size cable, and two, backups. You gotta have. I mean, if you're gonna be streaming, you gotta have backups. If you're just like whatever, it's just a cable, then who cares? You could always like run out and get another cable as needed, right? But the worst thing that you could have happen when trying to, do a stream is all of a sudden, you sit down, you have everything all set up, and then you plug your phone in, and it doesn't work, it doesn't connect, or whatever. So yeah, always gotta have backups on hand. I'm only gonna have one. I say backups like I'm gonna have an entire fleet of these cables. But yeah, just an extra cable. But yeah, it's not Carson. Thank you very much. Hold the buck. Darkstag Dungeon saying, Grays, it's not Carson, or Gratz. Oh, that's what you said, Gratz. Afterwards, Gratz. Oh, man. Dark, thank you very much. Kai saying... Just saying hi. Actually, you were the first one in here. What's up, Kai? Thank you, dude. All right, Kate and Kay sending over a few of them Canadian bucks as well, saying, do you know the YouTuber kid behind a camera? I don't think so. Doesn't sound familiar. I don't know. There's a chance. If it's on YouTube, there's a chance I've seen it. I've seen a lot of things on YouTube. But it doesn't sound familiar. So I don't think so. But I don't know. Hold on, let me see. Let me Google it real quick. Kid behind a camera on YouTube's. What is kid behind a camera? No. 2.5 million subscribers? Maybe, I mean, I don't think so, but there's a chance. 2.5 million subscribers. There's a chance I might have seen a video somewhere along the way. Hold on. Oh my god. What the? Hello?
Hey, buddy old pal.
Hey.
I think we had a bad connection before because I lost you, and I know you would never hang up on me. Just a quick follow-up. What you doing on Sunday?
What day is today?
Today's the day after Thursday.
Okay, that's too far away for me to know. Yeah. Don't know.
Should I call you in like 5 minutes? Would you know better then?
No, actually, I kind of do. So this week is no good. I probably should have just told you that the first time.
Wait, you
sorry.
knew this? Why didn't?
Oh, I wasn't thinking about it at the time. Otherwise, I would have just said it. But like, I'm leaving.
Listen, I know when I'm not wanted. I can tell.
All right. Well, as long as you could tell, that's good. I'm just kidding. But no, I don't think I don't think I could play until after I get back from New Jersey. Just because I'm trying to get some things taken care of before then. And it's kind of a, I put too many things off to the last minute, essentially. And yeah, trying to get it all done.
Are you getting a Christmas tattoo?
Yeah, I'm actually getting, you've heard of like sleeves?
Is it Dominic the Donkey?
Well, you've heard of like tattoo sleeves? I'm getting it like that, but across the entire upper body. I just want to get a permanent Christmas sweater.
That's actually not a bad idea.
It's the terrible idea. Are you kidding me? It's not a bad idea. An entire ugly Christmas sweater tattooed permanently. Because then you can't change it. I mean, that's
do body painting. They do body painting.
I was actually thinking. I kid you not, I was actually thinking earlier today, how do I become more cool? And I was like, a tattoo, but I don't want a tattoo, so I was like, I'll get a temporary tattoo. Like, that's pretty cool, right? Depending on what it is.
Oh my god, I don't know. You make me laugh, and I don't know why. The way...
I was really thinking about this. I'm not kidding. I wanted... Oh, man.
I can tell you one way that you don't become cool is thinking about it.
Well, yeah. Listen, it doesn't come naturally to everybody, okay?
I was thinking to myself today, I'm kind of a dweeb.
Oh, well, okay. Let's not use hurtful words like that, okay?
Listen, I think we could do body painted sweaters on a stream, a dual stream.
Body paint is like, you know, it's...
There could be like a whole pre-stream that you stream of the painting, the application happening. And then we stream until it melts off, and whoever's melts off first is the loser.
Why is this like oddly erotic or something, man?
like,
I don't want to do this. Because I'm gonna be like bare chested, and who's gonna be painting me? Are you coming here to paint me?
I have you on an alert on my stream, bare chested every night, so I don't know why that's a problem.
Well, yeah, but that's me, you know, just kind of flexing.
Letting them all hang out. Okay, fair
Not getting
enough.
painted
Right.
and having it melt off of me.
Slowly.
Why does it have to be slowly even? All right, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go.
Doesn't have. Okay.
I'm
okay.
I'll see you later,
All right,
buddy.
well, Merry Christmas. Have fun with your body tattoos.
Merry Christmas. Thank you. Okay.
Bye.
Bye now. Okay, Joel Lyon the second time, everybody. All right. There it is. I need to find a do not disturb button. Oh my god. All right. Sorry, everybody. Where are we? Untitled Mother sent it over to saying phone is delayed by 3 days. I'm upset. Good night. Untitled Mother. I'm sorry to hear it, man. The delays, they're never fun to deal with. But only 3 more days. You can make it. Untitled Mother. Thank you for the 2, though. Stiatic sent over $1 saying, BG, remember we were talking about a tag-in game mechanic for MCC ages ago? I give you strikers. Well, they announced strikers a while ago. Unless I'm misunderstanding. I don't think I don't remember when we talked about it, but I think that was after they already had announced it. Right? Because that was in like the roadmaps, the original roadmaps. They showed that off. It's just it takes them a while. It takes them a long time to add stuff. I guess part of it was like all the game issues that they were having, but also I don't know, maybe it's probably scary for them because so many people are like don't necessarily want change. When it comes to strikers in particular, I'm not sure how I feel about it exactly. I think it'll look really cool. I think visually it'll probably be pretty appealing, but I'm not sure how I'm gonna feel about it from a gameplay perspective. We'll see. All right, but so yeah, that's coming next month, right? There was a hold on. Let me go to the forums. There was a post about that, I think. Let me see here. Oh god, I don't know how to use the new forums. How do you do this, man? How do you navigate this button? News. Oh yeah, here we go. Release notes. Is this it? Oh no, this is the next. This is this month's. I thought there was something posted about it. I don't know. Maybe I missed it. If it was there. But anyway. Hope it looks like Marvel vs. Capcom arcade game. I think it'll feel that way a bit. I think it'll feel that way a bit for sure. I mean, I did like it in that game, so there's a good chance that it will be cool from my perspective, you know. I have a feeling a lot of people are gonna like it just because it'll be visually appealing. I'm just not sure how I'm gonna feel about it. We'll see though. Anyway, Kai sent it over too, saying let him know he is a potato. Also, fries and kiwi. Oh man, well it's too late, Kai. I'm sorry, I didn't see that until just now. Couldn't tell him. But Kai, thank you for the TU. Christian sent it over too, saying ABG, should I take up Immortal A-Bomb or Spidey 2099? Those two are quite different champs. If you are in the earlier stages of the game, which is, I would say is like pre-Cavalier, anything pre-Cavalier, I would say Immortal A-Bomb is the way to go, assuming that you're also going to be getting the Willpower Mastery, or you already have the Willpower Mastery. If you're in the end game, well, then you really have to think about it. Both are viable options, and it just comes down to what you're looking for. Immortal A-Bomb has all that poison damage and sustainability, whereas Spidey has his damage over time stuff and the what's it called? He's just good against like mystics, especially in like power control-y type situations, power gain type situations, I should say, or true strike and all that, right? I don't have a Spidey 2099. I'm just going by what I see, like my alliance mates do, and Karate Mike and all that. But yeah, they're very different champs. I think Immortal A-Bomb just for general use is better, but Spidey for what he's good at obviously is better. So just gotta consider it from that perspective. But thank you for the two. She had sent it over at Buck as well, saying tweeters please and last. Okay, Shed. Not been as active lately, but forgot to share this. Rank 3, number 11. All right. The old CGR rank up. Very nice, dude. Congrats on the rank up. What did you do last? First, BG comes on live muted a couple times. Now he's on the phone with Joel. What's next? Laura busts in and pulls BG's bald cap off? You wish. She would never do that, though. She probably would do that. I mean, she did hit me with a potato, so yeah, she'd probably do that. Anyway, Darkstag Dungeon sent it over Buck as well, saying, OMG, temporary tattoos are not going to make you cooler, BG. What? What do you mean? You're already too cool for school? I mean, this is true. That's true. Okay, all right. When you put it that way, I get it. You're saying how could I possibly become even cooler? I can't. Okay. I got it. That's a good point. I hadn't considered that. Clearly. Oh, man. Dark, thank you for the buck, dude. Thomas Shaw, sent it over 5, saying, sup, man? I missed the weekday streams because I got to get up earlier now. Bummer, but understandable. Super Scroll killed a rank 3 Claire last war, even though I placed with suicides. Dang, dude. Super Scroll crushing it. Turns out he's the MVP, the defensive MVP, eh? Well, nice, dude. Zach Carson said it, or with the 51 months, dude. 51 months. Thank you, man. All the continued support. Saying, do you remember when day streams were more than once a month? Pepperidge Farms remembers. Yeah, I haven't done that many day streams lately, huh? Yeah. I'll have to do them. I'll have to do them a bit more. I mean, I was just saying though, I'm going to New Jersey next week, so this is just the worst possible timing for day streams. But I'll try to do them a little bit more. I gotta do. I mean, I do have content to explore. I've got 7.3 to do. I've got the side quests to do. I've got some big arena grinds that I want to do. So there'll be plenty of times, plenty of opportunities for day streams. I just have not been doing them as much. You're right. But dude, thank you for the 51 months. Fluffy Monsters. Yeah, bug saying, Beaver, how are you on this fine evening? Fantastic. I'm happy for you. So, I didn't even respond. So, have you ever pressed snooze on the alarm, and instead it was the alarm off, and then you wake up an hour late, super late for work? Me too. Anyways, happy birthday, Pelonius Fartsy. I thought that was fart cry at first, but no, it's Fartsy. Fluffy Monster. First off, I'm impressed at this message. Like, it was actually fully readable. And second, that's happened to me a lot. Yes. It's happened to me way too many times. Hitting snooze. Just, oh man, there's never enough sleep in the world, you know? Or maybe, I mean, dude, I think sleep is my number one issue that I've ever had in my entire life. And yet, I feel like I've only tried half-assedly to fix it. If you could say that. I don't know. Like, I've never, you know, tried to, like, seek help, like some kind of medical help or something like that. I just tried to fix it on my own, which has never worked, ever. I get like 1 good week of sleep a year, and then the rest of the year it's just like the most broken up sleep ever. And then yeah, I'm like, oh god, I can't keep my eyes open anymore, like in the middle of the day or something. I'm like, all right, I'll just lay down for 20 minutes, and then 2 hours later wake up like, oh crap, and then I can't sleep at night again. Oh, it's a disaster. But anyway, Fluffy Monster, thank you for the buck. Darkstank Doe just sending over another buck saying, tweeter pics from me, look before showing, BG. Look before showing. Okay. Here's some pics for temporary tattoo inspiration. Okay. These are pretty cool. Do you not want me to put these on stream? I don't think there's anything wrong. I mean, not that I could tell. There's nothing wrong with them as far as like inappropriateness or something like that. I'm curious. I won't put it on. If you don't want me to, I won't put it on stream, just for, you know, your own like privacy or whatever. But otherwise, I got no issue showing these. Unless there's some hidden meeting that I don't know about. You totally can? Okay. All right. Well, let's see then. All right. These are the tattoos. So I'm not really too sure what these mean or represent or whatever. But clearly this is an arrow with a moon. Not sure exactly what these symbols are. Does this represent trees or people or I don't know. You'll have to break it down maybe a little bit. And then this is the other one, which this looks very familiar. I feel like you might have shown this once before. Which looks freaking awesome, man. The detail on this deer is pretty freaking well done. Same thing with the bird up here. I like it. I don't know what it means, but it looks cool. Yeah, let us know. You love get help? What? I don't know what that means, but it's not Carson saying. I got the reference, so I guess it's something that I haven't seen. That's all it is. Okay. Okay. Shit with the 19 months as well, saying, what do you call a kid that is afraid of Santa? Claustrophobic. Okay. You know, shit, sometimes I'm like, I miss Shed. And then other times this. Good night, everybody. All right, good night. But before you go to sleep, at least, you know what you gotta do, man. Take the lap. Boo. Ugh. I have a quota of one person getting the reference, so I'm good. Oh, man. Thomas Shaw was sending over another bug saying, if it makes you feel any better about my scroll rank up, I decided not to give him any SIGs for prestige. Okay. The Maw and Scroll rank 3s justify getting my rank 3 mags and cable off defense. Perfect then, man. Like, honestly, I you know, your Scroll is what, like 660, I think it was. Like I said, at that point, I don't really blame you for taking him up. Slap him on defense and stuff. I think that's a good rank up, honestly. I wouldn't necessarily be stoked about it. In the same way I'd be stoked about a different champion to get to rank up. But, hey, also freeing up champs. That's good, too. That's very good, too. Is BG getting a tattoo? No, I'm not getting a tattoo. I was just talking with Joel at the start of the stream. And he mentioned something about a sweater, and then I mentioned a tattoo of a sweater, and then I tattoos, I guess, were on the mind today, because I was. It's a long story. Never mind. I'm not gonna get tattooed though. Hello, BG. Hope you're having a good time. Do you think the game, as the player base, should do something if Kabam sells unlimited rank 4 materials in greater gifting crystals? That's a be rich or go home if they do it this year. I don't know what we really could do. I guess expand upon your thoughts a little bit. Do you mean like some sort of boycott situation? Because it's never really worked in the past. I don't think they should sell rank 4 materials in greater gifting crystals either. Which we don't know if that is a thing or not. It's been data mined as such, and I believe the data mining. But, you know, things change. We also don't know the quantities. I imagine it's not high quantities. I imagine it's very low. I imagine even though it is technically unlimited because there is no purchase limit on greater gifting crystals, I imagine it to be something like I don't know, 0.5% chance to get, you know, 500 fragments or something like that, to the point where you would need to open, you know, 200 greater gifting crystals to get 500 fragments or something stupid like that. You know, I imagine it's going to be very far off and more like, I mean, we kind of have an understanding of the past year's biggest spenders, I think, right? Because of Crystal opening whale, I think he didn't spend like $40,000 or $50,000 or something like that. So that's kind of the upper limit, I would say. And I imagine for that like $40,000 or whatever it was, that you'd probably get about as much as like Cyber Weekend or something like that. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be totally wrong. It could be a much higher chance and a much higher quantity. But that's kind of my thoughts on it. Is like this year it'll be low, like ultra low quantity, and then next year it'll be higher or something like that. I don't know. But I'm not sure what we can really do. It's one of those things where if somebody had an idea, I'm all ears, but yeah. Brian, what happens when you spend 4 hours in Abyss testing fights, or Abyss testing fights? I read that all weird. You lose 4 hours. Oh no, MSD. Well, RIP 4 hours. Okay. Not Carson sending over another loony saying, I endure a lot of puns in the playbacks and I'm numb to them, but the math one, or the math ones make me number. Oh God, why did it take? It took me a minute to understand, because I was reading it as number, as in, you know, not number, a number. Oh, Jesus, dude. That was awful. Good Lord. Why'd you do it? You were one of the cool ones. And now you're just one of them. Take the lap, man. Boo. Boo. Ugh. Kid and K sent it over a few of them Canadian bucks. And would you change your profile pic? In-game or my YouTube profile pic? I actually really hate my YouTube profile pic. I don't think I can change it though. I feel like at this point it's there. I mean, you could, of course you could change it, right? I mean, if these big like companies change their stuff, why would it matter if a small YouTuber would do it, right? But like I don't know. It always kind of bothers me when people change theirs, I guess. even if it's not the best. So I'm like, screw it. At this point, it's there. Just leave it. You know. In game, I don't really like to change my profile picture. Every once in a while, I'll change it for a specific reason. A few times I can remember, I changed it. I remember changing it for like after I changed it to Black Panther. After oh my goodness, dude. Terrible with names. I forget his name. But, you know, the actor played Black Panther. I changed it for an alliance-based reason a couple times. But otherwise, I like having the actual profile picture up there. I like having it represent who actually is my top champ at any given time. Chadwick Boseman. There we go. Ah, man. Can't believe I forgot his name. It's such a standout name. But yeah. Caden, thank you very much for all them Canadian bucks. Dark Stain Dungeon sent over another Tuesday and last two for tattoo meanings if you're interested. Yeah. Oh yeah. Let's see it. Last two. Okay, the arrow is representing a song. The moon represents my favorite anime, Sailor Moon. Okay. There's a Black Lantern symbol hidden in there, and hold on, well, let me pull it up again while I'm reading this. Okay, so the arrow is representing a song. The moon represents my favorite anime, Sailor Moon. There's a Black Lantern symbol hidden in there. I don't really know that symbol, so I'd just be guessing if I was pointing it out. And the feathers of the owl represent my 3 dogs and my family. Okay. Okay. Got it, man. And let's see, for the other one, the hummingbird and deer are my mother and father respectively. And the artist drew that design for me, and I loved it, so I got it inked. It's pretty sweet, man. I like it. It's pretty cool. I mean, they're both pretty cool, but yeah, I like that one quite a bit. Alright, well, cool, man. Dragons sending over a buck. What up, Dragon? Saying, BG, today starts my 2-week vacation from work. Hell yeah. Here's an important question for you. How many words do you think I can write in the next 2 weeks? Oh, God. 4 billion, probably, knowing you. Note there's a 3-day Claire grind in there. Okay. So only 3 billion then. Oh man, for those of you that don't know, Dragon I think breaks the sound barrier or something like that when she's typing. Because she can put out like 100,000 words just casually through, like, yeah, I'm just gonna write a little bit before lunch. And then there's like 4 books. No, I don't know. Realistically, oh god, I don't even know the number. 2 weeks. With a Claire grind, if I was to give a more accurate guess, because I think that you've done 100,000 words in a month, right? I think that's like kind of the upper limit if I remember correctly. So 2 weeks minus the Claire grind, which is not just 3 days, but 3 days with a little bit of recovery. I would say... Plus, this is like a break from work time, so... I'm gonna say like 30,000. Accurate goal might be something like 40,000. I was thinking maybe 40,000, but I don't know. I thought more about like the break time, and he might just want some relaxation in there. Time just to really just kind of veg out. So I was thinking like maybe a day or two of that in there as well. So like I feel like 30,000, even 30,000 feels like a lot. But best ever is 208,000 in a month, but that was pushing pretty hard. Jesus. 208,000. I did a book report once. I didn't read the book, but it was a page and a half. And I was pretty proud of myself. Ah, God, I was not proud of that though. Just got slapped. All right, anyway. I'll give you an update on January 2nd. Okay. Please do. Easy sending over a book. Easy. PG, that's from Thor Ragnarok. Oh, he says to Loki, let's do get help. And Loki says, I hate get help. And Thor says, you love get help. Damn, so I actually saw that movie? Also, I gotta be careful. I'm about to lose my streak. Not paying attention. Okay, we're good. Damn, dude. I actually saw the movie. And I stayed awake for that one. That one was in theaters. Which, I mean, I've fallen asleep in theaters before, but... I actually stayed awake and I still didn't get it. Dang, dude. That's pretty bad. Anyway. Evening BG and chat. What up, Ghost Dog? Up late as my vacation started when I walked out the door from work. Don't go back until Monday the 27th. Nice, man. Hell yeah. All this vacation talk. Feels good. Lorson sending over a bug. Thank you, dude. Saying, hey, BG, did lags bug you yet? I haven't talked to him in a couple of days, at least. I was going to be a tag team, but I missed yesterday's stream, got knocked out. I don't think so. Did lags bug me yet? I haven't talked to lags in at least a couple of days. So, I guess not. But I'm not sure what that's in reference to at the same time. Guess I'll find out whenever I talk to lags. But dude, thank you for the buck. Easy, Senator Buck saying, sorry, I meant for you to read this one. Oh, crap, my bad. Here's what I want. Act 7 completion, a new title, same. With rank 4 requirement. Interesting. You want the rank 4 requirement in there, okay. Act 7 100% will have 2 tier 6 basic and 3 tier 2 alpha, and 7.4 100% will have 50% of each. Then just give out tiny scraps like you said in Greater Gifting Crystal. I think that feels reasonable. To give like a full rank up, essentially, from completing Act 7. I feel like that feels reasonable. Yeah. I don't know. I gotta say, even though I don't necessarily want them to sell rank 4 materials in Greater Gifting Crystals, I guess my concerns are not as high as some others. But maybe that's just because I'm kind of used to it at this point, where it's like, dude, I'm still concerned about 6 stones. I still can't get over the lack of 6 stones. So bad that like it's. I mean, of course, like I do care about rank up resources. At this point, my alliance mates, not all of them, but some of them will have 2 rank 4s. by the time I get one. Like the imbalance has just gotten worse and worse over time. It started where everyone was getting their big rank up all at once. Then there was a bit of an advance for, you know, like rank 3s. But it feels like that advance for players getting their rank 4s, it's only accelerated. And I'd say that's not really healthy for the game. But at the same time, I still can't get over the fact that I just can't get sig stones, because I'm kind of stuck in my progression until that happens, and I don't know if it'll ever happen, since, you know, I don't know if we're moving on to 7 stars. I feel like that's when Kabam says it's okay to give out sig stones, is moving on to 7 stars. But if nobody wants to move on to 7 stars, then do they ever give out sig stones? I don't know. Because they're going to want to try to stretch things as long as humanly possible and give people more reasons to open up crystals. And if all champs are at like sig 200 or something like that eventually, well, people are going to open fewer crystals, they're going to sell fewer sig stone packages, all that good stuff. But yeah, I don't know. Follow up, not a boycott. They never work. We can make petitions. CCP members and YouTubers can do a video with the link to that petition. I really think the content creators have potential to do so much. Maybe. This is the part where I hate being a content creator. Because it's like, let me put it this way. When I'm sure a lot of people have thought about making YouTube channels in here, right? I know people that have kids and they've asked me questions because their kids want to start a YouTube channel. So even think about it like from the kids' perspective. Does anyone really, I mean, I'm sure some people do, but like how many people, you know, want to make a YouTube channel just so that they can change, you know, like the course of a game's development? I do see it occasionally where like that's the only video on someone's channel is they just want to get their voice heard on something like that. Where it's like, I you know, that was never really, I mean, I do voice my concerns from time to time, but like it was never really my intention to like start a big movement kind of thing. And this wouldn't be as big, what you're describing, but at the same time, like there's so much cool stuff that I want to do, and I just hate the idea of like something like this taking away from the things that like I really want to do, you know. I'm not saying I wouldn't do it at all. If it felt like the right thing to do, if it felt like everyone, if it felt like there was really an issue and it was the only way to make Kabam listen or something like that, you know, almost like a last resort kind of thing, then sure, I guess. But like I don't know. I kind of want to see what those quantities are, because I don't think they're that big of a deal. I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal, at least. We'll see, though. But yeah. I don't know. That's just trying to give my perspective from like all issues, not just this one kind of thing. Is like I like having conversations about that stuff. I would totally, you know, if there's not too, well, I mean, there's a few podcasts in the MCOC community, but like I was gonna say, like that's something like I would like to, you know, that I would totally be down to like openly discuss and stuff. But there's just so much cool stuff I want to do, and like I don't know. It's weird to take away from that cool stuff or something like this, unless it like I felt strongly enough about it, you know. I don't know. Anyway, we can continue talking about it, but Just letting you know how I feel. Lorson's sending over another bug saying, are annoyed by me asking you to see Spidey yet? Annoyed by asking me. Oh, is that what the tag teaming was? Okay, I get it now. About seeing the Spider-Man movie. Well, I think Lags was seeing that tonight. If I'm not mistaken. He's probably out of there by now. I think he posted earlier that he was going. It was a big discussion in like the Alliance chat and everything of like who is all going and when they're going. There was a surprising number of people. Dude, there were so many messages in my Alliance chat that they were like, yeah, going with the family, you know, over the weekend or something. And then they're like, but I couldn't wait that long, so I got tickets just to go alone as well. Gonna go see it twice and all that. It's pretty funny. People just abandoning their families to see this movie. Alright, Lorson, thank you for another buck, dude. The Autistic Nihilist sent it over 20 saying, took a flyer on the Mythic Multiverse Crystal. Okay. Got 5-star Iron Patriot. However, the 1K 6-star shards allowed me to open another crystal, of which I got Doom. Okay. Well, that's a little better than Iron Patriot. It's a Christmas miracle. It is a Christmas miracle, dude. So as they say in Japan, Merry Happy Christmas. Okay, then. Did they actually say that? Well, Merry Happy Christmas, dude. Congrats on your Doom. That's pretty awesome, man. Congrats, dude. And dude, thank you very much for the super generous 20. Thank you, man. Croy sending over a $1.50 with a peach bud as well. Croy saying, love you. Also, have a bad feeling about solo comp, thinking base style. I understand. We've been burned before, right? I don't blame anyone for, like, you know, thinking negatively about it. And you could be right. You absolutely could be. But I don't know, dude. My hopes are, like, through the roof. And I can't really contain it. I'll put it this way. I've never felt so strongly about something in MCOC. At least in, like, a positive way. You know, there's been things I felt very strongly about that were not so positive. But, like, just from a gameplay perspective, I'm kind of considering it as like MCOC 2.0 in a way. Where for me, I'm not talking about for everybody. I'm just talking about for me. I feel like it's like an evolution of the game. But to be clear, I also have like a very PvP oriented, you know, mindset and background in gaming, where most games I play, I've played them, you know, from a PvP perspective. And it feels like MCOC didn't really have any form of PvP. Like, there's Alliance Wars, but I never really considered that PvP. I mean, it is PvP, but it didn't interest me. The same way that, like, you know, I mean, battle royales, right? They're extremely popular, clearly PvP, but they don't interest me that much. And yeah, that, I don't know. For this is like the one mode in MCOC, the one PvP mode that I'm just stoked for. They could blow it. They could totally blow it. But I'm pumped for it. I understand your point, but you played a very good role on correcting the alt account issue. Meant only on issues that can break the game, and I agree that's necessary only if it's in big quantities. Yeah. I mean, listen, if it's in big, like, I'll certainly voice my concerns. If there's high quantities or something like that. But I don't know. We'll see. I guess I never plan on taking that role or something like that. I don't know. If it happens, it happens. But yeah. Yuki sending over a few of them Polish bucks. Saying, Brian, do a bald cast with Joel on how you both feel about greater gifting crystals and what Kosciuszko. Oh, that's the mustard. Yes, it's how it's spelled in Polish. Mustard. Okay. I was like, this word looks a little familiar. I don't know, man. How does I don't know if anyone in my family pronounces it correctly, but like I've heard people say it in my family. Hold on. I'm pulling up this mustard right now. It's a damn good mustard. Well, let me get through this fight. We did I mean, Joel and I kind of did a podcast. It was Joel's podcast, and he had me on it for one of the episodes. So hold on. Typing in as you spelled it. Yeah. There it is. There it is, man. Little spicy brown mustard. It's good. It's glorious. Don't know how to actually pronounce it though. And I've never bought it myself. I only have it you know, at my parents' house. You were pretty pumped for Kingpin, then he busted, then he was resurrected like the Phoenix, so even if it's bad, it may not be bad forever. That's true, but I really need the mode to be good, like, soon. I do feel like there's a high chance that it's gonna come out and not be perfect. I mean, it's 100, like, it's almost guaranteed that it's not gonna be perfect, right? We don't need perfection, though. We need good. We need great even, but of course it's not gonna be perfect. Easy center of a buck saying, oh, I also meant to ask, are you gonna be streaming while you're on Xmas vacay? I'm not sure. I'm gonna get my rank 4 probably on Xmas Day if my itinerary is right, and I want to be able to brag on stream. Understandable. I'm not entirely sure. I'm gonna kind of play it by ear. I think if I can't sleep at night, because it's gonna be like 1 a.m. East Coast time, and there's a chance I'll be up. Or I mean, I could stream earlier too, right? There's nothing saying I have to stream at 1 a.m., but like that would be the time. Or no, sorry, midnight. It used to be 1 a.m. My bad. It'd be midnight. Like obviously I don't want to stream during the daytime when my family's up. I just want to be spending it with them. I haven't seen them in 2 years. And then at nighttime, if I can sleep, well, I want to sleep. That way I can, I'm not sleeping the day away. And I can get up with everybody else. So we'll see. I'm not sure. The Autistic Nihilist said over another 5 saying, do you use Shang-Chi regularly? And if so, in what content? Currently, no, I don't. I will more than likely be... Well, I'm for sure going to take him to rank 3. As far as what content goes, I plan on having him available for Alliance War. I'm not sure if it's going to make sense for me to bring him to Alliance War, but if my, officers assign me to use Shang-Chi, I will. Especially with some of the other champs that could be banned this season, And then the solo mode, I'm not totally sure about. I think he's got potential there for sure. But I don't think his potential is quite as high as I originally envisioned him to be. But we'll see. And the only reason I say that is because I don't, he's certainly not a strong defender. So I feel like the safer play, especially initially going into it, is to be ranking up champs that are good offensively and defensively. until we kind of figure out what you can afford to pack into a deck kind of thing. So that, I mean, that's yeah, I don't know. I might use him there. And then, I mean, you know, once I get him ranked up, I'll use him for a bunch of things. I'll use him for the monthly event quest or whatever. But right now, he's ranked to Unawakened, which is fine. But you know, I don't really use him currently. But yeah, I'll have him ranked up before next season, I'm sure. He's next on my list for skill champions, at least. Just trying to rank up some other champs with my basic catalyst, though, for now. But yeah, I will use him. Is that Panaman Peter? Sending over $1. Panaman Pete, what's up, dude? Saying butts. Oh. That's your only message? Is butts? Okay. Pete, how you been, dude? How you doing, buddy? Did you see the messages in the Alliance chat? I don't even know if you saw them. TJ was saying he was gonna come pick us up, and we were gonna go see Spider-Man together. He's gonna get me, you, Cody. We're all gonna go. I mean, I don't know. We're definitely not actually doing that, but it would be fun. JR Keelers sending over to saying Nozdorovi. That's how you say it, right? What does that mean again? JR, hold on. I don't know if I've ever seen it spelled out. It took me off guard a little bit. Let's see. Is that just like cheers or something? A lot of people around the world seem to think that it's Russian for cheers when toasting. However, this usage seems to be common in Polish, but not in Russian. Oh, so it is? Hold on. Polish. It does mean cheers. Okay. Got it. Well, cheers, man. I probably butchered it. Hold on. Let me see if I can... Is there really a pronunciation thing here? Damn it. Why'd I close it? Well, actually, it's spelled different in Polish. I typed in Russian. No, it's not telling me. Hold on. What if I do translation? There's usually one there.
На здоровье россиян.
Oh, well, I added some words here, apparently. That one is on the health of Russians, apparently, is the translation. Close enough. Cheers, dude. Used commonly with vodka. There we go. Or in Polish, it's yeah. That's how it was coming up in Google. Didn't see them. Sounds like a plan, though. I've been watching the other Spider-Man movies. The other Spider-Man movies. What's a Spider-Man movie? I think we should make bucks a thing. Wow. So that wasn't a read last buck. That was a butt. Okay. As someone who can't be with their family this holiday, spend the time with them. We can all be okay with a few days off streaming. Oh, for sure. Yeah. It's not a question if you know, I'm gonna be with family. The only thing is, you know, I've always had trouble sleeping, like I was just saying. So if I can't sleep, what else am I gonna do? I'm for sure bringing my laptop with me. For sure bringing. I mean, all I need now is like a, you know, to stream. I don't need, like, I need less equipment than ever to stream. I really just need, instead of the Elgato You know, all I actually need now is one cable connected from my phone to the computer, which I haven't tested yet, but it feels like that's going to be so much more convenient than having to bring along this Elgato capture card and stuff. Tweet, BG, please. Bats Injustice. Let me see if I can find you. Here we go. The red marked ones are who I use to get me uncollected. Also, should I get Sassy 5-star or Stark Spidey 5-star rank 4? PS, check out my channel. Okay, let's see. So, Sassy or Stark Spidey? Yeah, Stark Spidey for sure. I'm confused though. Why are they marked so much? But yeah, Stark Spidey. Sassy, listen, he's fine and all, but especially unawakened. I mean, he like offensively, he doesn't really need to be awakened. It's just a heal when he's low and stuff. Well, there's a couple components to it, but either way, Stark Spidey is going to be a more useful champ, especially once you get into the back issues. He's better for more of them than Sassy, I would say. They're obviously both good for the Mystic, Symbiote, and Spider-Verse one. They're both applied there. But Stark Spidey can also stun lock the tech variant. They're both heroes. Sassy is XL, but I don't really recommend doing the XL variant. Not for a very long time, so yeah. Stark Spidey. Doofus Punchers. And it over, Buck. Just saying butts. Oh man, the butts buck. It's catching on. No Elgato. What is this? Yeah, Pete. I mean, I haven't, like I said, I haven't tested it yet. But I asked Cam, because I know Cam streams. He got a Mac Mini a while ago for streaming when, like, you know, he was having trouble finding parts for a PC and stuff like that. And I asked him, all, like, how does he stream to it? And I remember Dave saying this a long time ago, because Dave's always, you know, used Apple stuff. But I never got into the real specifics with Dave. But yeah, apparently for streaming, all you have to do is you just plug your phone straight into the computer. Oh, actually this is the best part. So if you can plug the phone straight into the computer, then you also don't need this adapter right here to be able to charge your phone, because it's charging while it's plugged in. Right? So it's just charging while plugged into the computer, and you're able to stream. And that's it. Can you post a masteries video? Oh man, you got to be more specific. I've posted probably a dozen mastery videos. You're looking for early game stuff. You're looking for end game. Superman. Looks like EZ linked you something as well. I'm not sure which one that is, but Superman sending over a buck. Saying, hello, BG, you one of a bold man. How are you tonight? Just here to show support to your amazing stream. Well, Superman, thank you, dude. Support is always appreciated, man. Thank you very much. Oh, yeah, you got a MacBook now, huh? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I think I mentioned it maybe once to you or something like that. I'm not sure. But yeah, it just came in like a couple, 3-4 days ago, whatever it's been. A week at this point? I'm not even... Dude, time is flying way too fast. But anyway. I like it so far, but it's the first time ever having a MacBook or any kind of Apple computer, so it's an adjustment. It's hard to get used to a little bit. It felt easier getting used to Linux, actually. But I'm sure I'll get used to it. Endgame builds. Bring back the headset. Oh man, I do kind of need a headset, but I don't know. I don't know. I might just try the microphone in the MacBook itself. Might just do that. I don't if it might be crappy. I'm gonna test it. I mean, a headset would be better, I'm sure, but I'm hoping it's good enough. Yeah, it feels kind of wasteful if I have to get a headset that I'm only gonna use like a few times a year or something like that. But maybe I'd use it more. Maybe I would use it for other things, I guess. I don't know. But endgame builds. So I've got. I don't know if I can't remember. I don't think I ever made a video on like the non-suicide mastery endgame builds. I mean, I think I've made videos talking about like my current setup that wasn't suicide mastery based. But really, if you go to Aunt May, if you do want to see the I mean, you could just search in Google too, but it's posted here on Aunt May for the suicide mastery build, or like builds. There's like 5 of them in that video, and then the other video that I usually link. Actually, is that the one that Easy linked? Let me see. Oh god, it never lets me actually click on links or something. I don't know. There's like some protection from YouTube that doesn't allow me to click on links. Like, it doesn't even give me an option. You know, sometimes you click on a link and it'll be like, hey, you're being redirected or something like that. Are you sure you want to do this? I mean, it doesn't do that, of course, because it's just YouTube to YouTube. But also, it doesn't allow me to click on the freaking link. But anyway, so the beginner and intermediate mastery video is what I was going to say. And in that video at the end, I give some kind of options to go into for endgame stuff, I believe. Really, you just want to think about the champs that you're currently using and what's going to benefit them the most, though. If you're using bleed-based champs, get deep wounds. Using mystic champs, get mystic dispersion. That kind of thing. But there's like a strong baseline of masteries that I have in that beginner intermediate mastery video that you can start with. BG, now watching your second Abyss run without Aegon. Still fun times. Alright, man. JR sending over another buck saying, BG, would you give me an object or a subject with which I will write a haiku? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. The subject is... Ooh, do I go specific or do I go kind of abstract here? I'm just gonna say water. I don't know if that's actually interesting or actually boring, because it's kind of open to interpretation of like, is it something simple, just like, hey, there's water in this jar, or I'm kind of thinking about like the like a serene lake kind of thing, a little philosophical. If you can squeeze that into 17 syllables, do your best. Madrox Multis sending over a buck saying, please butts last. Okay. BG, I hit my book reading goal. Oh, I didn't know where this was going at first. I was like, you hit your book. Dude, I hate reading, but I don't hate it that much. Okay, I hit my book reading goal for the year, 30 books. And was wondering what's the most books you've read in a year is. You reading loving person. I can't even read a comment. Think I can read a book? I'm not kidding when I say this. I've never actually read a complete book that wasn't filled with pictures. Even like the Pooey Do I couldn't get through, you know? No, the only book that I remember completing is it's a drawing book. Was a you can learn to draw in 30 days book kind of thing, of which I've shown you guys in the past. I don't have it near me, but I've shown a couple of times what the results of that were, which was not bad for... It still took me like 2 years to complete it. But, I feel like it wasn't that bad. I think I was actually still working on that even when into the YouTubes. I dated all the drawings because that was one of the recommendations of the book, was to like put the date at the top of the page. So I did all that. One day I'll find that notebook again and show it. It's somewhere stashed away in my closet or something. I mean, not that it was a masterpiece of drawing or anything like that, but seriously, that was the only book that I've ever gotten through start to finish. I've never read a complete book cover to cover. I've read parts of books to try to, you know, pass a test in school. I've read maybe like a solid 75% of a book, thinking like, all right, this time I'm actually going to do it and I'm actually going to get a good grade in this test. And then I just didn't finish it. I just can't. It's tough, man. I've tried forcing myself to read books because I do think it's good I mean, it's just I don't know, it feels like it'd be a good thing to help my vocabulary and just understanding of words and all that. Look at this, man. I can't even describe what I think it'd be good for. That's what happens when you don't read. But yeah, seriously, never, not even one. Thing that I'm relatively sure BG has read Nintendo Power magazines. This is true. Game Pro? Was it Game Pro? I know there was also Game Informer, but I think Game Pro is the one. Yeah, Game Pro magazine. Here it is. So this is the magazine that I read the most, probably. This was like the highlight of magazine time for me. Game Pro magazine. And then Game Informer. I mean, Nintendo Power was like right around the same time as Game Pro, but I ended up reading Game Pro more. But we also had a subscription, Nintendo Power, of course. Oh my god, dude. Like, I remember this cover right here, dude. What a sweet magazine. So these magazines, what kind of sucked is they became super ad heavy. But I guess that's the only way that you could actually have a magazine going. Is like the longer the magazine is, the more ads in it you have to have, because the more expensive it is to make. And it got to the point where it was like every other page was an ad. And then like the magazine was becoming thinner and thinner as well. And then like this is before like the internet was what it was, of course. You know, the internet really killed all that stuff. Maybe there's still online subscriptions to these magazines, but it's like, why bother, you know? You just get it, everything for free on YouTube, in an easier, better platform for that kind of thing. Like there was something really nice about just looking at pictures rather than video. But like, of course, if you're trying to figure out how good a game's gonna be and stuff, or you want to find some secrets of the game or how to enter in like a code or something like that, like a video is just a million times better. But there was something kind of magical about seeing like a 2-page spread, like displaying an entire level in Super Mario World or something like that. I miss it. I definitely miss it. I would stay up at night under the covers, like with a flashlight, so that the light wouldn't leak out and I wouldn't get in trouble. I would stay up under the covers, trying to read, the magazine and stuff like that. Because that stuff was super cool. Can you imagine what GamePro would say about MCOC? I don't know if what would they say? I don't know. I mean, gameplay wise, they'd probably say some good things. I feel like this was an age before microtransactions, so I feel like anything with microtransactions would just get blasted, just absolutely annihilated. And honestly, rightfully so. But at the same time, hey, this is the game we all play. But what's up, Tipped? How you doing, man? MVC days, GamePro art was nuts. MVC, is that Marvel vs. Capcom? Or am I missing what MVC is? But alright, anyway. Tayshawn Shorter sending over a buck. Thank you very much. Sorry, I'm so behind talking about magazines and stuff. Oh, actually, there's no message, though. If there was meant to be a message, let me know. But all I see is the buck. I'll try to follow up with you. Just checking Twitter, seeing if there's anything there. I don't see anything on Twitter either. But Tayshawn, thank you very much for the buck. I'll follow up with you if there is a different comment that you did want me to read. Craig Hardy with that new member button. Hey, Craig, thank you very much. Is that an actual first-time member? Why do I feel like that's not a first-time member? Either way, thank you very much. Please enjoy your banana. Along with all these kick-ass custom emojis. Thank you very much, dude. Appreciate it, Craig. Maximus, and an 05 as well, saying, I should have recorded the King Groot fight. Needless to say, we're reading notes. Oh, man. Yeah. The King Groot in Act 6. Yeah. Yeah, you probably should have. That's good that you're reading them now, though. Oh, man. It's a sneak peek, so don't expect anything too crazy. Wait. What is that in regards to? Mr. Murph. What did Mr. Murph say? Oh, for strikers. Yeah. Listen to audiobooks, so I go by hours rather than pages. I'm reading the Final Expanse book right now, and it's 20 hours long. Okay. Pete, I didn't read quite 30 books, but I think I'm over 20, and most of them were over 600 pages. Good lord. At least 3 were over 1,000. Lots of thick books this year. Jeez, Pete. It would take me so long to get through a book. Because, like, I don't know. It can take me half an hour to get through a page. If I'm not interested in what I'm reading. I swear it'll take me a half an hour to get through it, because I'll read it, but I won't process it. And before I know it, I'm like, I'm like 5 or 6 pages through or whatever. And then I'm just like, wait, I don't remember anything that I've just read. And then I'll just like flip back and I'll try reading it again. And then I'll be like, oh man, I don't feel like doing this. I'm going to put the book down. I'm going to go get a drink, get a snack. Use the bathroom even though I don't have to use the bathroom. And then I'll pick the book up again and I'll go back to that first page. And like, I don't know, man. I think part of the problem is I just haven't found anything that's truly interested me. Because like I said, when it comes to like the video game magazines, dude, I love that stuff. And I'd process it instantly. And I'd be so psyched about what I was reading. But when it comes to reading a a book for, you know, just like telling a story, I just can't do it. Like my brain just kind of tunes out. It just goes elsewhere is the best way to describe it, actually. It just goes elsewhere. Like, I'll see the words, I'll read the words, but my mind is thinking about creating something, or playing a game, and what I want to do when I'm done reading, so that, like, when I'm playing the game. You know, that's what happens. And that's also why I can't really watch movies, is the same thing will happen. I'll be sitting down to watch a movie, and I'll have no idea what happens, you know, when 10 minutes go by. So it isn't just books. I guess it's just stories in general, unless I'm really into it. Which I think music helps a lot. If I'm watching a movie and I'm into just like the not just like I guess like the total sound design of whatever I'm doing. And of course there is none of that in books, so. Okay, anyway, JR sending over Buck saying, chilled, rigid water, clinging still to the pond's banks, ripples as leaves drop. I like it, dude. I like it. Thanks for the subject / object PG. No problem, man. Good haiku, dude. I used to write haikus in actually that's what I would do. Funny enough, man, as like anti-reading as I am, I would sit there in class and I would actually write haikus. It's really the only thing I ever wrote because it was so short and it would just be kind of fun. I'd actually do that. Before I actually let me not get into that. I was gonna actually, yeah, just never mind entirely. Something haiku related that I don't want to get into. How do I change the subject? Christian sent it over too. There we go. Christian, thank you for the 2. Saying, with Max Sig, which skill champ should I awaken? It was something girl related, okay? I'll just leave it at that. About the haiku thing. It was something girl related that yeah. That's the only reason I don't want to get into it. Alright, anyway. Christian, let me see. With Max Sig, which skill champ should I awaken? Are you talking about like hold on. Like you're going to Max Sig them? Well, did you send over a tweet or anything with your roster? Or are you just talking about just any champion ever? Because the way I like to think about the game is maybe from a little bit of a different angle than what you're describing. Because I don't really think you should just pick a champion and be like, oh, this champ's good. Let me just awaken and max sig this champ. It's more of like, okay, you know, which champion do you have first off? Because you can't guarantee which champ you're gonna get. Which champ do you have, and which champ can actually help you out, and what sig level do they need to be? So like Fury is obviously a great champion, but he only needs to be sig level 1 on offense, really. And even then, I would say Fury's not going to help everybody. Fury, he doesn't really help me in what I'm currently doing in game. That could change, and it very likely will change, and when the Alliance War bans come through and have to bring in different options. But it was just an example. So I'm not sure I could really answer your question. If I was just gonna maybe not randomly, but if I was just gonna pick one champion here, who I'd want max sig the most out of all these champs, just for general use, well, keep in mind, I haven't looked at Craven yet. So I'm going to exclude Craven because I don't know enough about him to say. Who would I want max sig the most? It might be Fury. How does this guy's... it would actually maybe be Mole Man. Mole Man is the type of champ you could play unawakened, but he gains quite a bit of damage if you're able to get a max sig. I feel like low sig, who cares? I don't really care about a low sig Mole Man, to be honest. Increasing his crit damage rating a little bit, increasing his attack a little bit, even though you're going to be running this guy with suicides more than likely if you're playing him in like an optimal setting. So like the additional attack that you're going to get when it's a small number like this, I don't care, because this is also up to, right? It's not just across the board that you're gaining these values. It's up to based on missing health. So low sig, I probably wouldn't even give a damn. I probably couldn't tell the difference between Mole Man being awakened or not. But at sig 200, these values get very high. And especially the crit damage rating side of things, because like I said, you're probably running suicides. And just finding another way to amplify his damage values when you're multiplying it by this number, like that's when damage kind of gets out of control. So I would maybe say Mole Man for max sig. Only other contenders I would say like Aegon, but I don't know how much I really care about having Aegon max sig. Kingpin would be kind of cool just because he gains that fourth rage, and then keeping a lot of the rages. Like, I feel like that could be pretty cool. Kingpin would maybe be up there as a contender. And then Fury, just for his defensive abilities. It's really annoying fighting a max sig Fury, in my opinion, compared to a sig 1 Fury. Those would be like the three. Shang-Chi doesn't need high sig. I feel like, yeah, look how he scales. Low sig is sig 1. Totally fine for that guy. That's probably it. Falcon, another one that I don't think high sig is too important. So yeah, I don't know. Let me see if you put another message in the chat so I can understand a little better. Okay, you said any champ have both Aegon and Fury, and Karate Mike also have Mole Man. Okay. Well, yeah, like I said, think about what you want to do. What is the, hold on. I give you Pixie Bell in haiku. Sigh, sigh, sigh. Sigh, sigh. Sigh, sigh. Wow. Think about what you want to do, though, before investing these resources. Opens notebook, assigns Brian, Nick Fury, every war. Got it. Well, Mike, I mean, I have Fury awakened. So I'm gonna rank this guy up at some point. I mean, he was gonna go to rank rank 3 sig 200 before. I don't really like playing Fury, but I've brought him to war in the past, and I don't think I've died with Fury. He's pretty safe. The thing about Fury, I think using Fury in war would be scary if you're using him for a lot of fights. If you're just using him for one fight, it feels very safe. You have 2 lives. But if you use Fury, let's say you're assigned like 3 different fights for him, what happens if in the first fight you die, and now you're stuck going into these other fights with only 30% health, essentially? It's pretty scary. Seems weird for you to have more than one skill champ on war attack at once. Thor will cover everything you need. Oh god. Mike, if you assign me Thor, I'm dropping the alliance. That's it for me, dude. It's been a fun ride. Tayshawn, okay, I looked for another message from you, by the way. I still didn't see anything, but I do appreciate the support. Thank you for the buck. All right. Chaotic Master X sent over a buck saying, "Hey BG, I want to do my first path in Labyrinth with my 5-star Hercules, but I'm afraid I'll have to use several revives for magic. Should I replace one of my synergy champs with someone that reduces ability accuracy or is high energy resist or brute force it?" I would say none of the above, if I'm being honest with you, man. I'll give you some advice if you really just want to go in there, but my advice is don't go in there. My advice is stay away from Labyrinth until you're Thronebreaker. And when you become Thronebreaker, you'll unlock Karina's challenges. And I know it can be scary taking on a piece of content that you haven't done before in a challenge form. But honestly, the fights that you're going to be doing, there's not a whole lot to them. If you have rank 5 5-star champs, you already have all the skills that you need to get through Labyrinth of Legends. They're just long fights, but they're, especially like on the easy path, they're just long fights. That's all they are. There's no enhancements to them. So with that said, the rewards for Labyrinth of Legends, they're still, honestly, they're still fine for what the content is when you can overpower it. It's not great for if you're going to struggle through it. I mean, with Hercules, I'm not saying you're going to struggle necessarily, but anyway, the point I'm trying to make is you can increase the rewards, essentially, that you're going to get for putting in that effort if you just wait until you unlock Karina's challenges. And I recommend going in and doing the Canadian challenge with Sabretooth. And you'll get a 6-star. Is it a 6-star Nexus that you get for that one, or is it just shards? I can't remember. Either way, you're going to get much better rewards. So that's my advice. If you do want to bring in Hercules, if you do just, you don't feel like waiting for some reason, you just want to hop into Labyrinth right now, I would say, yeah, using Hercules for magic is probably going to be a pretty rough time. Magic, she hurts in there, man. She really does. I would recommend either dropping a synergy champion to bring someone that can handle that fight, or just taking a different path even. She's not on all the paths, just take a different path and just bring full Herc team. Those are your two options. But yeah, really highly recommend waiting on doing it at all, is my advice. But yeah, man, thank you very much for the buck. Hope that helps. Craig Hardy sending over a buck as well, saying, refreshing and wet. Oh, how I love to eat the cereal water. Wow. Now that's a masterpiece if I've ever seen one. Refreshing and wet. That's how it started out. I had no idea what I was going to be reading. I'm like, all right, I don't know. I hope what I'm about to read is going to be family friendly, but we might be going into some unknown territories here. Wow. Refreshing and wet. Oh, how I love to eat thee. Cereal water. What a haiku right there. JR sending over another 2. Saying, buenas noches, or buenas nachos, senor. By the way, you inspired haiku 239. Oh, dang, dude. So you've written quite a few of them. Okay. Okay. Well, nice, dude. All right, man. Take care, dude. Damadeus seeing over a buck. Saying, oh, man, really? Damadeus sending over a buck saying that's your message again. Damn it, Damadeus. Why do you always do this? You don't know me. I could have said something else. I'm going to say something else next time. I'm going to catch you off guard. And then you're going to look like the fool. What do you think about that? But thank you for the buck. Yo, I quit the game. Should I come back? I quit because I couldn't get past collector. That's up to you, man. Only you can really say. If you feel like playing, play. And if you don't feel like playing, don't. You could always put the game down again if you decide, turns out I didn't really feel like playing. So. Hey, Brian, I got a 6-star Doom from a Nexus Crystal. Hey, congrats. The Christmas Doom right there, man. Oh, man. See, now you're spamming, though. And now I hate that I read your comments. Don't spam. Watching on my TV and my phone. You can have 2 of my views any day. Aw, thank you very much. Let me see. My 5-star champs are Doom, Torch, Medusa, Airwalker, Cyclops, Red, I-Bomb. I like how you spelled it out. E-Y-E bomb. Guillotine 2089, Yondu, and Howard the Duck. Are these any good for the future? And who should I rank? Yes. I'd say you've got quite a few good ones in there. Doom, Torch. Those ones super, super powerful. Medusa, also quite strong. I-Bomb, also quite strong. Guillotine 2099, quite strong. And Howard the Duck, I'd say, is solid. Airwalker, Cyclops, and Yondu. Don't worry about those champs. But those other ones that you mentioned are at least good. Doom and Torch are next level OP. Medusa, I-Bomb, Guillotine, all very strong. And Howard, which is pretty good. Chat is slow today. BG reading every message. Not even close. I'll never read every message. Last me, Grandmaster B. You missed a haiku. Hold on. Wait, easy. I gave him one for Pixie as well, and naturally glossed over. Wait. Okay, all right. You had me thinking when you said gave him one. I thought you were saying super chat. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna find it though. Maybe not. Hold on. What is this message though? Buddy, you don't have to enjoy fiction. There are plenty of non-fiction books about video games or drumming or coding or whatever else you might be interested in. I don't enjoy those either, though. I feel like I feel like there's better mediums than books for those. I did get a programming book once, actually, out of desperation. It was not good. The book sucked. I mean, well, the book was probably fine. I just, you know, yeah. Anyway. Oh, here we go, Maximus. I finally found it. Long he talks about nothing in particular. Oh, God. I can't even read this word. Tangentially sound. There it is, man. A tangent haiku. Or a haiku about tangents, at least. BJ accidentally gave my wife glue sticks instead of lipsticks. She still isn't talking to me. Okay. Was it Elmer's? I hope it was Elmer's. BJ pulled Aegon and gave him wigs. That's got to be Sigs. Then I saw your Aegon trap video. What do I do? What level Aegon are we talking about here? I mean, either way, there's nothing to do. If you are, you know, try Aegon. Okay, if you're good with Aegon, then that's fine. You know, use him. If you're not good with Aegon, well, just put him on the bench and play a different champion. It's no big deal. You'll get more resources. Not the end of the world. Amadeus, CN05 saying a poem. Roses are red, violets are blue, rhyming is hard, refrigerator. I like it. Mostly because refrigerators are probably one of the most underrated inventions of all time. No one talks about them. The only time people talk about them is when they put a TV on the fridge. Now suddenly it's an amazing feat of technology or something. No. Keeping my pickles cold. That's an amazing feat of technology. Damadeus, thank you for the 5. To get a Legends title, do you have to explore, master, heroic, or both? Both. How many energy refills would it take? It's usually like 38 or something like that. It depends a little bit month to month, but it's usually somewhere in that neighborhood. Yeah, what Easy said. Takes like 40. Yeah, I would say if you have 40 energy refills, you're probably good to go. You can also buy them as you go. I've done it both ways, where I used to keep the energy refills in the overflow, but it's technically faster to buy them as you go if you're really paying attention, because you can buy them as you're moving and use them that way rather than ever having to go to the overflow. But I mean, either way, we're talking about like fully optimized, you'll save 5 seconds or something, you know. Good morning, BG. Enzo, what's up, buddy? It is incredible the number of rank 3 we have compared to progression to rank 4 and even rank 5 stars. What happened with Kabam's progression strategy? Are you saying... I'm not sure exactly what you're saying, Enzo. Hold on. Let me see if I understand this correctly. I think what you're saying is the number of rank 3s before we get our first rank 4. Is that what you're saying? You know, funny enough, I don't have that many rank 3s, but I could have a lot of rank 3s. So I guess, yeah, it still applies in my situation. Really, I think what happened is the pushback on 7 stars. The game has slowed to a crawl progression-wise. Each rank needs to last a lot longer than it's needed in the past. So I think that's what you're getting at. The number of rank 3s that you have is truly incredible. But I'm sitting here with... Hold on, let me see. Whoops. Yeah, that's what I thought. I've got 15 of them right now, which I don't know how many rank 4s I had before I got my first rank 5, but I want to say it was actually right around this number-ish. But, like I said, I also have a lot of tier 5 class catalysts. I just can't use them. I mean, some of them I can, but there's not really a strong need for it. But I can, you know, use one on CGR. I will as well. Fury, Nebula, Colossus. There's definitely a few in here, but it's not as easy to use those resources because of the lack of sig stones. But yeah, like I showed in my progression video, dude, I've got catalysts for days. Tier 5 class catalysts at least. In my inventory alone, I've got, let's see, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, and like if we add up the fragments, more than 7. And then if I can scroll, there we go. Game was bugging out or just not loading, whatever. I don't know. How many do I have in here? Let me crunch these numbers real quick. An estimate at least. So 13 of the 5%, which is what, 80? No, it's not 80. That's 65. Look at those math skills, man. 80. Okay. So combined with the 2%ers, that's basically 3 in total with the 5%. Plus like another 5 here in the 10%ers. Plus another 2.5, and another 1 there with all these fragment crystals. And I never buy them from the Glory Store. I've never bought a single tier 5 class Catalyst crystal from the Glory Store. So yeah, I definitely could get like 30 champs ranked up in total or something like that and still have some fragments left over, I think. So yeah, there's definitely a lot more rank 3s. So the other thing about the progression, Enzo, is we just don't have as big of stat gains either. You know, like rank 4 to rank 5, it was a bigger stat increase. So it slowed down like rank to rank in more than one way. The first fridge was made in 1899, only 122 years ago, dude. That's kind of crazy to think about. Mike, that is pretty crazy to think about, dude. We take the fridge for granted, I'm telling you. One of the greatest inventions ever. Think about how many people probably died before we had refrigerators because of like food spoiling, but you have to eat it anyway. Because, I mean, you know, what else are you going to do? Like, you know, you got to eat. You just don't have that luxury to keep food fresh as long. So people probably getting sick more frequently. It's a medical invention, you know? Pulled 5-star Cosmic Ghost Rider and just completed Uncollected. Is he good to invest into? Yes. Yeah, Cosmic Ghost Rider, very strong champ. Is Professor X good? Yep, also a good champ. Have 5 stars, should I rank him up? Yeah, Professor X, very strong. Dr. Doom, Aegon, CGR, Guillotine 29, and APOC are all rank 5 with the first two at 6200. Is this team good enough for Abyss Easy Path BG? Read this comment this time, please. You don't have to put that in your message, dude. It's kind of rude to put it in there. But let's see. Doom, Aegon, CGR, Guillotine. I don't know. It's kind of a weird team to assemble. Usually, if people are gonna run APOC, usually with other synergies. I feel like that team might need some work. But I also haven't planned a path with those champs to understand why you're bringing in like Guillotine 2099, for example. Because that feels like a wasted spot. Where you could put like a synergy or something. See, also CGR, I'm not sure what the goal is for CGR on the team. When you have Aegon, because they cover the same territories. Yeah, I don't know. I'd probably rework that team. If those are like the only champs you have ranked up or something, wait till you get more. How good is a 4-star compared to 5-star and compared to 6-star? Not quite as good. I don't know exactly how to compare. A 4-star champion is like a rank 3 5-star. And a rank 1 6-star champion is equivalent to like a rank 4 5-star. Maybe that helps. Perfectly fine. slow that down for a while. I don't want to see a maxed out 6-star for at least another year bare minimum. Oh, we're not going to get ranked 5-stars for probably 2 years. I mean, we didn't get like 6-star champions. They've been out for almost 4 years now. And people have been able to get them to rank 2 pretty much right away. So think about that. It basically took like 4 years to get 2 ranks, essentially. Estimating a little bit here. It's been a little bit less than that. But it's in general been like about 2 years between ranks. So, yeah. I mean, we got like another year and a half probably at this point before we're going to see rank 5. And that's if we continue at the pace we're going. Where we don't know. I mean, things could slow down even more. Or if Kabam decides to open the door to 7 stars, if that's ever going to be a thing, maybe Kabam would speed things up. I don't know. Personally, it feels like things have gone way too slow. But at the same time, I mean, there needs to be a reason. There needs to be a purpose to like having these additional ranks and having these different champs. One of the ways that I always kind of wanted to see the game go is almost like a seasonal thing, where just like certain champs kind of get retired after their season, and the season is just dictated by the stars. So like when 5 stars were introduced, Scarlet Witch didn't come back, right? Her season ended with 4-star champs. And I kind of wanted the same thing to happen with like Blade and Stark Spidey, which to some extent it did. They didn't come back as 6 stars for a while. Blade still hasn't come back yet, right? But I wanted that to happen faster. And I totally understand why people don't want that to happen. Then, you know, we invest a lot into these champs, especially if you open up Cav crystals to get these champs. But that's kind of how I envision. Or maybe it's a better comparison to like card games, right? I always feel like that's a pretty good comparison for MCOC, where, you know, cards, they have different card sets, I guess is the name for it, right? Thinking of like Hearthstone, don't they come out with like a new... God, I haven't played that game since like the first expansion for it. I think I played 2 expansions for it, but like, hold on. How fast does Hearthstone come out with new expansions? Well, apparently there was a new expansion that was just December 7th. I feel like there used to be like 2 new ones a year or something like that. Card sets. Here we go. I don't know what I'm looking at, to be honest. Let me see. Okay. Here's 1 and 2. So there's like... Expand this? So, I mean, this would obviously be way too fast for MCOC, but... like... Yeah, in the first, like, 2 years, there was 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12... Dude, there's a lot. So this would be too much for MCOC. It'd be too fast-paced.
Man loves
but
games.
that's kind of what I would have liked to see, where certain champs just kind of get left behind when you move on to the next star level, and then we're able to kind of burn through the star levels a little bit faster. But I totally understand that that's something that probably I would like, but most people probably not. So probably a good call that Kabam didn't go that route. Anyway, Orange12 sending over bucks saying, how come nobody names their kids Lance anymore? Remember in medieval times they were named Lance a lot. Yeah. Okay. Orange12, boo. Please take a medieval lap which is just like a regular lap, except you have to wear a full plate of armor. Fully plated armor. And somebody else was wearing it before you when they took their medieval lap. And now the suit, it's all musty. Stinks. So enjoy that. Boo. Even though I have 55! Enzo, 55 rank 3. Which is 25% of total. I enjoy getting lots of max rank. Makes game more fun to play. Many champs prefer this progression speed. Okay. So you prefer this progression speed. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. See, I was kind of imagining that you preferred the other speed, but okay. Interesting. You know, there are days where I man, I kind of, you guys know I kind of wanted to have a podcast just called BG Unpeeled, where it was kind of like it was going to be like a solo thing, but I was going to just, I don't know, go just in depth with one subject. Basically, my way of lazily making a video, because then I wouldn't need to have any sort of video to it, right? It would just be talking, and then I could just call it a podcast. But I never did that. And I never really wanted to necessarily have a podcast with other people. But there's some subjects that come up where I'm like, damn, this would be a great podcast subject. And this would be one of those. Talking with Enzo and maybe one other person, just about progression speed and what's preferable and what's not. Maybe more than one other person. Maybe, honestly, getting the perspective of like 3 or 4 different people would be nice. Because that's interesting. It's funny, I feel like it's too slow and I don't have nearly as many champions or champions ranked up as you. And yet, we feel so differently about it. Interesting. Hello, Brian. Love you bunches. Is that Super Dirty Pickle? What's up, Super Dirty Pickle? What's up, man? New rarities are a tough one. I think they're important, though, for the reason you outlined. However, I think the concerns of the other side of the argument are super valid, too. The problem to solve, in my mind, centers around solving the "so now my roster is reset" problem. Yeah, well, see, it's so funny because it's you could see it as a problem, or you could see it as this amazing thing. I mean, I'm sorry, I have to bring up Diablo 2. Favorite game of all time, game super influential for me, right? And it was the first game that I played where there were ladder resets. What? I don't know if there was I don't know if it was the first game that ever had them. But it was the first game that I ever knew of that had these ladder resets, where the game just told you you're starting over. That's it. Like you had an option to where you didn't have to start over, but it was so exciting to start over. And then when they didn't have that in like a future, or like whenever it's not there, people ask for it because people love it. It's really fun to start over. It's fun making new accounts. Every person that I've ever talked to when I did a new account challenge that said, hey, they started a new account too. It's super fun. So many people watch those new account challenges. They you know, people's sides accounts, they die off usually. Not everyone. Some people do maintain more than one account, right? But it is really fun, like in the short term. And I feel like it'd be more fun somehow trying to play into that rather than avoiding it entirely. Like, obviously you can't just do an MCOC ladder reset kind of thing. That would not work in this game, right? Copy paste job wouldn't cut it. Oh god, did I just accidentally make a copy paste cut pun? Anyway, but maybe there's something there. Ladder resets were polarizing though. A lot of people opted out too. This is true. People did opt out, but people opt out of everything. People opted out of MCOC the day they download. You know, like how many people did that? People are always going to opt out. I feel like, yeah, you try to give players an option, but at some point too, you know, games, not every game is for every person. And I don't think MCOC necessarily does cater to every player. I think MCOC does a pretty good job of being its own thing, which is why I like it, to be honest. I kind of hate games that they do gravitate towards just trying to please everyone. But this might be one of those situations where or just a topic, because again, maybe there is no way to make it work in MCOC, but when it comes to ladder resets, I think that is one of those things where it's like, okay, yes, not everyone's going to be on board with it, but the people who are on board, they're going to be super on board. Like with Path of Exile. I don't play Path of Exile, but I know that they really embrace the idea of not only resetting the game and telling people to start over, but hey, start over and we're going to make it more interesting this time too. Start over and it's going to be an entirely new way to play the game kind of thing. I don't know how to make it work in MCOC, to be clear. And I'm not just suggesting, hey, just hit the reset button. Definitely not. I'm just saying I like the idea of not bringing some champs back. That's really it. That at the core, that's what I like. Because screw Ghost. You know, F Ghost. That's really what it comes down to. I feel like the game would have been better off if this champ never returned as a 6-star or something. I mean, you know, some like obviously some champs they have to return, and it's good that they return. And now that bans are becoming a thing in war, I honestly think it's a good time to bring Magic as a 6-star. I think it's a delicate dance where you do start with like a more cut down roster. I feel like it was a you know, I feel like 5 stars did it really well, I guess. Whereas 6 stars not as much. I don't know, man. It's tough to put into words because it's a tricky subject. But F Ghost, can we agree on that? Even though people in here are like Easy's about to rank 4 as Ghost and stuff. I think we should ban Karate Mike for being too handsome. Ban. Maybe make a shrine around him. I don't know. One or the other. Hold on, Tipped. I want to see what else you're saying. I like talking to Tipped. We haven't really talked that much in recent times, but Tipped and I, we would kind of get into some of these deeper talks occasionally. Not always about MCOC, just about games in general, about like what's good and why, and what's bad and why, and that kind of thing. Oh, let me see what you were saying. You said something about to Karate Mike. What did Karate Mike say? I hate the so yeah, the roster's reset problem. Okay, so yeah, there are solutions to that problem. I firmly believe that. They will never be perfect though, but they can soften the blow for the players that don't feel good about new rarities. It's a mixed bag. These discussions are always ongoing in the studio. We'll see where they land. Yeah. Or lead. Yeah. Yeah. Ah, man. Sometimes it's good to soften the blow, and sometimes it's good just to rip the band-aid off, you know? And I don't know what would make sense to do. Ripping the band-aid off for telling people they can't use 6-star champs, that would probably be bad. I still go back to Act 6 and how we were told that we can't bring 4-star champs in again. And that was a bit of a reset, so to speak. And I don't think it was... Ooh, units. Where's the 225s? I'll still take the 75. I still say it wasn't the worst idea, but it still should have been handled differently. I still wish that there was something, even though I'm not a big story guy, there still should have been a reason in the story why it happened, and we should have been able to unlock those characters. That's what I really like. So, for example, I'm saying F Ghost, right? Maybe there could be something, a way to unlock Ghost in a way. Or maybe, yeah, like she can't be pulled from the crystal because she's not in the pool, but maybe there's a way to get her in the pool. Maybe it's some... I don't know if a community-driven event would work, but I'm thinking something along those lines. Just kind of spitballing. This might be a terrible idea. But some sort of community-driven event, or even if it's just a personal one where it's like, okay, jump through a few of these hoops, and now, you know, like you can pick a character that will be added to the pool. So maybe you don't get all the super OP champs. Maybe you can't take... I'm going back a little bit of when like 6-stars were a little bit newer, but like, you know, Ghost and Corvus and stuff like that. So maybe you can't toss all of those in the pool, but maybe we could even have our own individual pools of champions to pull from, that we can expand over time. So it's not just like our current roster that's being developed, but it's like our potential roster that's being developed too. I think that even that's cool. Like, all right, let me describe it like this actually. So right now we can all see all of the grayed out portraits, right? Of the champs that we don't have. Every single champion that is available is grayed out, even if they're like trophy style champs like Thanos, right? I mean, what if these even weren't here? And we have to do something in game just to unlock the grayed out portrait. And then once we have the grayed out portrait, well, then they're available in the crystals. See, personally, I love stuff like that. That might be a bit too much for other people, but I actually love stuff like that personally. That to me would feel like a good way of kind of slowing things down while still giving me something to do. Whereas right now it feels like the progression is very slow and I don't necessarily have that much to do. It's just like, okay, I'm gonna open up a crystal and that's cool, and I could do this quest and that'll give me another crystal, and okay, this is all the same stuff we've done a million times. You know, I think Kabam just needs to do a better job not putting the super OP 5-stars into the 6-star crystal. That was their big mistake. Just find the most played and leave them out of the next crystal up. Hobbit, yeah, in many ways, yeah, I totally agree. I think it became tough once they started selling Cav crystals. Cav crystals did a lot of damage, really. And I get it. It also made them a bazillion dollars. But that was how these champs were made available. And once you start selling Cav crystals, there is no restriction. It's just every champ ever that's released is also there, you know. Anyway, it's fun to talk and think about these things. It's I'm sure dude, it'd be fun to like really go deep into it and actually design the stuff too, but it also becomes so dicey. Whatever you do, I feel like you're walking through landmines trying to come up with ways to keep the game interesting, because whatever you decide the game is going to be, like it's just a full list of pros and cons and stuff like that for every little thing you can think of. Unlock grayed out character X by defeating the 489 times ending the fight with light attacks. Sounds like a blast. I love those kinds of missions. Yeah, that's true, dude. I guess that's part of the problem too, is like, how do you unlock this stuff if that was a thing? All right, Johnny sent it over too, saying last two if you have a chance. Sure. Let me see. BG, I maintain 3 accounts, dang dude. 2 in my main alliance, and at the moment, or two in my main alliance at the moment, and 1 in our sister alliance. My third account has rank 3 5-star APOC and Cable. Dude, it's a solid third account right there, man. 5-star APOC and Cable. You probably just destroy things with that whenever you're on it. There's a few people in For Loki that have 2 accounts, and they do the same thing where they'll have like 1 in For Loki and 1 in 2 Loki or whatever. I mean, it's changed over the years, but there's a few people that kind of do the same thing. Johnny, thank you for the 2, dude. EG, are you a Marvel fan IRL? Not really, dude. I don't hate Marvel at all, but I also can't really call myself a fan because I don't see the movies. I've seen, like, we've gone through the list. I think I've seen 12 of the MCU movies, but half of them were like on a plane, you know. So your facial hair looks great, by the way. Oh, Hobbit, thanks, man. It feels like I feel like it needs work, but thanks, dude. I should do that grayed out method with 7 stars. Well, maybe, but a lot of people just like seriously don't want to see 7 stars. A lot of people say that they would quit the game over 7 stars, and whether people would or would not quit the game, it's almost irrelevant. It's if you feel that strongly about it, like that. I mean, that's really what matters, right? If even the idea of it is making you think like, well, that's a good time to walk away. And people did quit the game when 6 stars came out. I mean, Idolist. I still miss Idolist. He was one of the coolest MCOC YouTubers. And speaking of podcast, I mean, he used to do the podcast with was it with Cam? Yeah, it was with Cam, right? Was it with other people too? Crap, I'm kind of forgetting. But anyway, he quit the game by pulling his favorite champion as a 6-star. He had, Sentry was his favorite champion, which is crazy, I know, right? But he always had like unique picks of champions that he liked. And he pulled Sentry as a 6-star champion. And he said his first thoughts were like relief of like, oh, good, now I have a good 6-star to invest in. But then at the same time, he was like, but why? This is the exact same thing as the 5-star version. It just feels like spinning wheels here. Game's just repeating itself. And for him, that was a good time to walk away. Part of the issue, for sure, is that there wasn't enough different between 5 and 6 stars. There's adrenaline, and that's pretty much it. I think if there was also additional ways to grow, which is, originally what I talked about when I made the video about items at this point, what, like 4 years ago, where I was saying, like only give the items to like the highest level character, make that their progression, make that a reason, right? If there was like an item, like an equipable item system, like, okay, that's something different for, you know, like the next star level or something. And then there's ways you can expand upon that too, right? Even if you had like okay, let's say you had an item system and all star levels were included, but each star level you went up expanded that system a little bit more kind of thing. I don't know. Titleist made entertaining and engaging war vids. He did. He was good. If you're going to quit the game over that, then you're ready to quit overall, the 7 stars? Perhaps. I don't know. Maybe. Because there's certain things that I feel like if it came true in game, I would have quit MCOC. And I'm definitely not ready to quit overall. But like the gifting thing, the thing that I made the video about, like that would have been something that I think would have done enough damage to the game that I would have walked away at that point. But then yeah, Kabam fixed that, so Stangen is really powerful, almost half an hour. Oh man, yeah, it's very late, guys. I need to go. Don't ever quit me, BG. Super Dirty Pickle. I could never quit you. Anyway, it's pretty late. This is definitely podcasty type discussion stuff. That'd be interesting to explore, but yeah. Problem is, execs at Kabam are caught like deer in headlights with no effing clue what they're gonna do once 6-star 565 roll out. Perhaps. I think 12.0 did a lot of damage to the development side of the game. I think that did make Kabam scared. I think we could see it, and anytime they tried to like adjust champions, they're just like, they know it's such a dicey thing. And then it's not like not just adjusting champions though, but like that's also when they were trying to explore some like interesting ideas, right? The item system was on the table then, and it got taken off the table. The game really stagnated from that point, and it feels like the game is starting to undo that with the strikers and the solo competitive mode and stuff. And I mean, Incursions was an example of that too. It's just Incursions didn't go over. It doesn't really fit in MCOC that well, you know. So they're trying, but I feel like that took away a lot of their development time. All right. Anyway, I am gonna go, but I will see you all tomorrow, hopefully. Before I go, though, shout out to the Autistic Nihilist for being tonight's biggest D. Thank you very much, dude. Thank you to everyone else as well. Your head is shining so much today. Thank you very much. And yeah, I will see you all tomorrow, like I said. Good night, everybody.